In previous videos, we covered some essential skills including planning a river trip, what to expect on the water, hazards to be aware of, types of boats appropriate for different rivers, and more. In this video, we will cover some advanced skills and techniques for navigating rivers and executing rescues. Although guidebooks offer lots of information and even detailed descriptions of how to navigate specific rapids, scouting is a necessity on all rivers as water levels fluctuate, hazards move, and rapids change. Stopping above rapids and hiking down the shore is a great way to see entire rapids from different perspectives. Scouting from shore is also a great time to reconvene if in a group setting, discuss possible routes through the rapid, and decide if and where safety should be set. Eddy hopping is a term paddlers use for moving downstream from one eddy to another, always maintaining visual contact with each other. This allows groups to move more slowly down the river, communicating with hand signals, staging for potential rescues, looking for hazards, and deciding if a rapid should be scouted or not. Boat scouting is a more advanced technique of scouting a rapid from your boat. Make sure you can clearly see a safe path through the rapid, see if there are any hazards present in that route, and always be sure there is an eddy downstream and a safe place to get out of the river if needed. Always be sure you can see an eddy at the bottom of the rapid and that you can safely paddle to it, and if necessary, exit your boat and access the shore to scout. Remember, if you can't see the entire rapid or aren't sure about hazards, it never hurts to jump out and walk downstream for a better look. If you see a hazard and determine that safety should be set, position yourself on the side of the river that the current will push people and boats to. Ideally, you have one person on shore with a throw rope and another person in the water ready to rescue the swimmer or their gear. Be within a distance you can confidently hit a swimmer with a throw rope. Ensure that you're in a position to rope the paddler into a part of the shoreline that is free of hazards, relatively calm, and ideally a good place to get out of the water. Make a plan as a group for what to do in the case of a rescue. Rescue situations oftentimes require quick action, and many times the most simple solution is the best. The first step in any rescue is to assess the problem and work through options for extracting the individual or gear, starting with the most simple and safe method available. Make sure that your method of rescue will not have a significant chance of creating more victims in need of a secondary rescue, and use a spotter to keep an eye on upstream traffic if using ropes in or across the river. Accessing a pinned person or craft can be a serious challenge and in some cases impossible until the water level changes. If you are rescuing a boat and it's close to shore, try pulling it out with multiple rescuers. If it's not close to shore, clip a throw rope and carabiner to a solid attachment point such as a kayak grab handle, raft frame, multiple D-rings, or best yet around the entire tube of the boat. Start by trying the most simple technique of extraction, pulling on the rope with multiple rescuers if possible. If this doesn't work, you may need to implement a mechanical advantage system, or Z-drag, which takes regular practice and is best to learn hands-on from an experienced paddler, club, or a whitewater rescue course. In some uncommon situations, a rescuer may need to swim to a pinned craft or person. If possible, multiple people should belay the rescuer, and the rescuer must use a life jacket with a quick release system. This technique is also best learned and practiced with an experienced paddler, club, or in a whitewater rescue course. Foot entrapments can happen unexpectedly to anyone on any river. However tempting it is to try and stand up in the river, don't. Your foot can easily become wedged between rocks, trees, or other obstructions in the river, leaving you face down in the water in a position that your PFD may not help you. To avoid foot entrapments, never stand up in the river until you are in less than knee-deep water or there is no current. Rescuing a foot entrapped victim can be challenging, and time is of the essence if the person is stuck face down. If the river or creek is small enough, you can throw a line across the river and attempt to stabilize the victim. You may also be able to attach another rope and carabiner to one side and pull it across, cinching the victim and pulling them upstream out of the entrapment. Other methods of reaching the victim include paddle-assisted or group wading, but only use this method if the current isn't strong enough to sweep you downstream, where you could become endangered yourself. These are just some of the very basic river running techniques that could help you avoid a dangerous situation, and basic rescue skills to get you out of some situations encountered on rivers. Remember, there is no substitute for learning from professionals in a swiftwater rescue, whitewater kayaking, rafting, pack rafting, or similar course. We highly recommend signing up for a course that will go into much greater depth and give you hands-on experience with trip planning and rescue scenarios. Or join one of the numerous paddling clubs across the nation to meet fellow paddlers and hone in your river safety skills. Also, be sure to watch other videos in this series, share them with your friends and family, and go have fun on the river.